Happy 250 United States of America. I know the 4th of July is over, but I kinda miss out all sorts of cool events. Says in Las Vegas, Nevada, or Los Angeles, California, there's no celebrations around here. What a shame. Better go to Philadelphia. I'm joking. So anyway, today I'm going to talk about, so this year is 25 years of Harry Potter. Wow, that's a pretty old movie, isn't it? So let me get this straight. This year is the year of anniversaries. Harry Potter and America. Except Harry Potter's not American. It's a British movie. But half of it's made by American filmmakers like Chris Columbus. He's American. So Harry Potter's kind of like the first British movie to be made by Hollywood, of course. It spent about 7 movies in the series. The movie Harry Potter takes place in the city of London. But the neighborhood where Harry Potter lives in kind of looks like Philadelphia. You know, the neighborhood where my grandfather used to live in Springfield, Pennsylvania, but it's actually a suburb of London. Does London have houses like that? It looks like Philadelphia. It doesn't even look like England. I have no idea what England even looks like anyways. So in this video, since the movie Harry Potter takes place in London, England, today we're going to talk about the difference between London versus American cities. Well, any American city like New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. Says I don't even live in New York City. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, right now. So the biggest difference between London and Las Vegas, Nevada, or Los Angeles, California, any other American cities, two of these cities are pretty similar. Except in Las Vegas, we don't have a subway train. In New York City and Boston and Philadelphia, they have subway trains, and they look really cool. But I actually don't remember the subway trains in Boston very well. But Boston has America's first subway train ever built. They have the letter T on it. Compared to London, they have the circle the thing in the middle, whatever that's called, like a brick thing in the middle of the circle. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, like a train inside a tunnel. Is that supposed to be meaning for the London Underground symbol? In Los Angeles, California, we have the Metro symbol. But some of our subway trains are really bad quality. I don't know if the subway trains in Boston, Massachusetts are good enough. They used to be red though. They are pretty clean in Boston. In New York City, their subway trains are kind of good too, but I kind of don't remember. Maybe we did go on a subway train in New York. I've seen subway trains in movies and TV shows, but not in real life. And that's because we don't go to New York City very often. Sometimes we do. I don't really know. We go to Philadelphia a lot to visit my grandfather. In London, England, the subway trains are like the oldest subway train in the world. And the subway trains are so small. Short people can fit inside it. Since I was a bit too tall to fit inside the subway train, it's like for like 5 feet tall people. Or 4 foot tall people. Londoners must be really tall to fit on a subway train. Well, London's a really small, squishy city anyways. Compared to American cities, they're big and lots of space and you don't have to bump your head on top of the subway trains like in Los Angeles, for example. I don't know if New York City subway trains are like that too, but I don't remember the New York subway trains that much. I only know about New York City subway trains in movies and TV shows. Well, movies, of course, like Men in Black and Spider-Man. What about the attractions of London versus American cities' attractions? Well, London has lots of really old buildings that were built somewhere in the 18 or 17 or 18 or 1900s or something during the time of King George of England and Queen Victoria. These buildings are really vintage. Sometimes London has modern futuristic buildings too, but their technology looks really advanced compared to American cities that we have. In Los Angeles, the technology looks really like Flintstones technology. That's because we have no money. Londoners have more money than us. But according to Instagram, Britain has a lower GDP than the state of Mississippi. What the hell? But Mississippi is more crappier than Los Angeles and Las Vegas. And London's more very high-tech and futuristic. And the GDP is lower than Mississippi? What the hell is going on here? So London is a poor city? Is this a joke or something? The city of London is home of the government. You know, like the monarchy and the prime minister. In the United States of America, we have Washington, D.C., which is home to Congress and the President of the United States, Donald Trump. You might think New York City is the capital of America, No, it's not. It's the biggest city in the United States. New York City was the first capital of the United States before Washington, D.C. was even built. Washington, D.C. was like a planned community in the northeastern part of the United States. But New York City's been around since the Dutch back in the 1600s. The city of London was around since the Roman times. It's one of the oldest cities in Europe. In American cities like Boston, it was built by British colonists back in the 1600s. And New York City was built by the Dutch back in the 1600s. Los Angeles, California was built by the Spanish back in the 1700s. And Las Vegas, Nevada was built by Americans in the 1900s. So London's like the oldest English-speaking city in the world. Santa Fe is the oldest state capital of the United States of America, in case you guys don't know that, but Santa Fe is a Spanish city or a Mexican city, not an English city, but it became part of the United States in the 1840s by kicking Mexico's butt. I know Santa Fe is the name of the famous railroad of the United States, but Santa Fe is the name of the capital city of New Mexico. The state capital of Nevada is Carson City, and the capital city of California is Sacramento. The city of London has lots of cool historical museums you can go to for free, lots of war museums and stuff like that. In New York City, nothing but boring art museums. In Los Angeles, California, art museums and filmmaking museums. Las Vegas, Nevada, historical museums, but they're not free. They cost money. So Las Vegas and London both have connections. Historical museums. Los Angeles has a history museum like the Ultra Museum. It's about the history of the Wild West, and it costs money to go in. But it's free on a Bank of America Day. I used to go there a lot when I was little. It's a really cool museum. It talks about the history of the Wild West. In London, they have museums about war and in medieval times and kings and queens and stuff like that. In American cities like Las Vegas, we have a history of cowboys and Indians in the Wild West compared to the Ultra Museum. Two of our museums in this region are cowboy Wild West museums. Washington, D.C. is the one city in America that have all sorts of cool museums, like airplanes and army men and U.S. politics, and our country's history, of course. They have a little bit of our museums in Washington, D.C., but Washington, D.C. is big on museums about machines, like airplanes and stuff like that. It's a really cool place you can visit someday in the future to learn more about our country. The taxi cabs in London are really small, and they're black and very modern looking. Sometimes they're old-fashioned too. American taxis are yellow and big, and they're Crown Victorias and Chevrolets, like in New York City, for example. I don't really know what Boston taxis look like. I don't even know what I guess Washington, D.C. taxis are Crown Victorias, like in New York City. In Los Angeles, California, our taxis are not yellow. It's like a mixture of colors and stuff like that. They don't have to be yellow. In Las Vegas, Nevada, our taxis are not Crown Victorias. They're just normal cars like everybody else. Crown Victorias are only used by police officers, not ordinary citizens. The London taxi cabs, I don't even know what they are. I think I fancy like English class taxis. I need to go on Wikipedia and find out what they are. I really can't identify the name of the taxis in London. London has double-decker buses. America has single-decker buses, and sometimes long accordion buses too, like in New York City, Los Angeles, and sometimes Las Vegas and Boston too. I know this video's kind of long, but stay tuned for part 2, where I talk more about the differences between London and American cities.